Hey everyone, so this will be my first video that will be going up on the channel. That's just completely me live. So we're going to be doing an unboxing video. So as you see right here we got bought some stuff today. I decided that I would start a collection because I collected them when I was younger, but I decided, why not, uh, start again. And this time I actually take care of the cards. I didn't take care of them very well when I was younger. So I'm gonna do a lot better job this time. So here in a moment we're gonna get that started. Yeah, share. Let everyone know we are streaming. And I'm live. All right. We're gonna get started. We're right here. Monster, say hi. Where's King? King's right behind the camera. I can't turn it right now. Charging the computer while I'm doing this. It's fine. It'll probably eventually come into the mind. All right, let's get in position here. Let's see, we got ourselves some boxes. We're gonna be opening up here. We'll save the big boy for last. We got ourselves two. We got a structure deck and a starter deck here. So I had to grab these when we were at Walmart. All right, these were I think were like between like $7 and $9. Wow, this was like $30. So I'm expecting some good stuff in this thing right here. Hopefully, I get some good stuff in there. We will see. We will see. Yep. One moment. Just gotta make sure. No, there we go. All right. So let's get started. We'll start off with the structure deck. Let's see what we get. Think we'll get anything good? Let's see. What does this say? It shows. So this is the Sacred Beast structure deck. So this is from, I'm pretty sure this was made around the time for GT. The second, I like GT. GT was a good series. I liked a lot of cards that came from there. All right. Let's see if we get any Sacred Beasts in here. We're supposed to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how these start. It's been a while since I bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Wow. Oh, yeah, I definitely see something. Cool. We got a shiny. Right on top, I see a shiny. Yes. It's just a card it's just a normal card that's shiny. It's shiny? Yeah, see, look. I'll show you another one. See, look, shiny. Okay. So first thing first, let's see here. We got excuse me if I butcher the name. Raven, Lord of Phantoms, Shimmering Scrapper. It's the shiny version. Ooh. Shiny. Careful. Say nice. Oh, here's I'll put them in the sleeve later. Just set them down on the table. And we got yep. Here's the next Sacred Beast, and also shiny. You're Lord of Searing Flames. I like this one. This one, it's a good card. And then we have here. And then we have Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. Also shiny. Why these are shiny? Oh, but now here's the normal version of that first card. That card is like a quick card. Yeah, they see these are all shiny. I got Ravo. I can't say his name. Lord of Phantoms. Or Phantoms. And then here's Rebel. That's it. And here's the fusion. We got the fusion. That's cool. It's a strong card right here. Yeah, Lord of Phantasms. We got a good. It's a boss monster. This is a pretty good. I use this on Dual Next. This is actually a really cool card. It gains like 10,000 attack points on your turn, but it loses all that on your opponents. But it can't be destroyed by battle. It's a good card. It's not, and you got the right cards. It's actually quite easy to get out there. XYZ and Link monsters are the best. Get out of this chat. Get out. Get out. You know nothing. Get out of here, Brandon. No, there are some Link and XYZ monsters that are okay. They're not too bad. And I'm not the biggest fan of XYZ and Links, but there's some are okay. But yeah, good card. Shiny too. I don't think there are. Are they all shiny? No, they're not all shiny, but I think we're about to get the end of. Oh, I don't think I did. Hold on, bring that back. Lisa, hello, Lisa Soul. My grandma? Oh, hi. I was like, wait, hold on. Took me a second to realize that. I'm not. I didn't think I didn't know she was even subscribed to me. I put it on Twitter. I don't think she follows me on Twitter. Next card is a spell card. Yeah, it is my mom. Hi, my mom. Good to see you doing an unboxing video for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I'm gonna collect them. We got this one right here, also a shiny card. So Celella Skyfire. There you go. Cool little spell card.
Chaos of Phantasma. Tile.
Next, we got Hyper Blaze trap card. I'm guessing that's meant for the Lord of Searing Flames there. Good trap. I don't think I've seen this trap card before. There's a lot of text. I'll read that later. I ain't reading that on here.
You need a magnifying glass to read that.
See, Yu-Gi-Oh cards didn't always have all that text. And used to always have all that text. Dimensional Fusion Destruction. This is I believe, the fusion card meant to summon that fusion monster we just looked at before. And there it is, also shiny. I think we're getting to the end of the shiny. Yeah, that's the shiny cards. All right, next we got a Chaos. Let's see here. Next we got Chaos Core. Good card right there. Chaos Core. Next we got Dark Beckoning Beast. That's another good card right there, meant for getting out those sacred beasts. All these monsters are just meant to get those sacred beasts out. This entire deck is just meant for those three big monsters we looked at before. Just keep them in the way I set them. It doesn't matter. I'll reorganize them later. Okay, we got Chaos Summoning Beast, another support monster for the Sacred Beast. I said all these monsters, all the cards we're about to be seeing are probably all meant to help you get the Sacred Beast out, since they're a lot easier to bring out than the God cards, since you have to there's really no easy way to bring out the God cards. You just got to summon them with 3 sacrifice. What symbols? You talking about the ones up here? It just means that it's their elemental type. So if it's like it says literally, it literally says dark up there with the little Chinese or Japanese symbol. So most of these cards are probably dark monsters, besides probably the first 3 that all had their different types. Things like Searing Flame should have been fire, Phantasma should have been dark, and then I think lightning one should have been light. Oh, those are spell cards. Next, we got Dark Summoning Beast. Actually, I don't think I've seen this card before. Oh, no, I have, but this is a different art. Ooh, I haven't seen this art for this card. It's a good card. I like this one. Here. Oh, my, there's organizing. She's organizing the cards. The king is just knocked out, does not care. All right, now we got Phantom of Chaos. This is a decent card. This is a card just so you can take an ability from your graveyard so you can use it. So it's a good way to get a quick ability out if you already have the monster in the graveyard. So it's a good effect. I think it also takes attack points. So say if you wanted to say one of your sacred beasts got put into the graveyard and you just need a quick monster to attack, maybe the end of duel. I was surprised, pulled this thing out, bam, you can get a monster with 4,000 attack points. I mean, it can be stopped, but it could be a good quick play that could throw someone off. So could be good. It's got 2 uses for attack or for using for effect. So, but it only keeps it once per turn, and I think it sends the monster to the discard pile. I have to read the card later. Oh, I have never seen this one before. Phantom Strike Blaster. That's a pretty cool looking card right there. I kind of like that one. That's a cool card. It's got 1100 attack, 800 defense. I haven't seen this one before. I'll have to read this one later. That's new. Oh, this one's also new to me. Mad Reloader. And y'all can see that. I don't know who that is. We're doing a stream. Leave me alone. This one also got 0 attack.
We already have 2.
There you go. Moving on. Next, we got the Wave Squanderer. This card is destroyed by battle. Set to the graveyard. Target 1 card on the field and destroy that card. That's a good little trap monster right there. Play that face down. And a good way to destroy a strong monster. Or if your opponent attacks face down strong monsters. I usually do just so I can get through the defense. But it depends on the situation. It's not a hard game. There you go. You just gotta be open-minded. Rainbow Dark Dragon. I didn't expect that to be in this deck. I wonder why this card's in this deck. Oh well, this only needs dark monsters to summon, so that makes sense. So yeah, that's a pretty cool monster, pretty strong monster. Not as strong. I don't think it's as strong as anywhere near as strong as normal Rainbow Dragon. I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure. You got look at that. It's a pretty cool monster. Okay. This is actually a cool card. I think it's one of those cards where its attack points is it's depending on your hand, and it's got other pretty strong effects. It's a pretty strong monster. I don't know how to say its name, so she can try and pronounce that out. I ain't ever seen this. Raiden. Trigoda. Raiden, the multi-dimensional kaiju. Kaiju. Oh God, a kaiju. I hate kaiju monsters. I always hate kaiju monsters. They're so annoying because they're literally it's the easiest way to get rid of someone the other monsters in the field. It's a smart strategy, but I find it annoying and a little bit cheap. Well, no, because you literally say you summon a strong monster. I can use a kaiju to sacrifice your monster to play the kaiju on your field. So I can get rid of your monster without even having to actually deal with it. Essentially, I'm sacrificing your monster to give you my monster. That's what the kaiju do. I find it annoying. It's smart, but I also find it annoying. Chaos Hunter. I've never seen that card. It looks cool, though. I like the art design. What does it do? When your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can discard 1 card, special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent cannot banish this card. That's actually a pretty good effect, especially in this day of Age of Yu-Gi-Oh, where almost everything is special summoning in almost any phase. That's an actually pretty easy monster to get out on the field. Good 2,500 beat stick. It doesn't really have much other than an effect, so I mean. But it would have to be destroyed by battle or by normal card effect. But not being able to be banished is pretty good. But nothing wrong with with an easy summon 2,500 beat stick. So always good to have. Puppet Master. I ain't never seen this card. When this card is tribute summon, you can pay 2,000 life points, then target 2 fiend monsters in your graveyard. Special summon those targeted, but they cannot attack this turn. That's not a bad way to get if maybe your Sacred Beast got destroyed. It's a good way to get them out if you're in a pinch and you have the life points to spare. That actually could be a good idea. Use I'm pretty sure if you have the spell card, I believe it's called Full Grave or something like that. Send them to the grave. If you have like 2 of them, send 2 your Sacred Beasts to the graveyard. Use this, get them both out on the field by just paying 2,000 and. I mean, the worst case scenario. I mean, most of the time when you use those support cards we saw them before, you can't attack with the Sacred Beast anyway. So essentially, this is just another version of those support cards. So that's not too bad, actually. The Puppet Master, not a bad card. Okay, I know. So I know this one. Sajin. I'm probably not saying that right. Sagan Street Patrol. That's a good way to get a strong monster out. Get a monster on the field. This card gets destroyed. This card usually is just meant to be sent right to the graveyard, so you can special something with 2,000 or less. So not a bad card, but it's also good for attacking. That's not bad. Ooh, what is that? Father. Yeah, I'll let her try to pronounce that first. Got a lot of effects though. If you control a monster that is not burning abyss, that's not a burning abyss monster. Oh, so this is an archetype. I never heard of burning abyss. Destroy this card. You can use one of the effects of burning abyss per turn, and only once that turn. If Stygian from before. If you control no spell cards, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster on the field and banish it until the end of the turn. That's not too bad. It's a good way to clear the field to get a quick attack in for at least that turn.
Yeah, right, try let me see what the name is.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun with that one.
Can I see?
It's a hard one. Can you get that?
Now.
Like, all right. Well, I should try to figure that one. We got the fabled Crucible, I think is how you say that. The beast. Oh, it's a tuner monster. This card is discarded to the graveyard. Special summon it. It's a cute little monster. The little tuner card. And if it has to get discarded, I mean, like say you have maybe 7 cards in your hand, discard this card, or if it's an effect, this card gets discarded. Good quick monster to get out on the field. They can defend your life points, or for a quick tuner summon. Who knows?
I think it's Farfa now Franchi of the Burning Abyss.
I feel like we butchered that name.
No, because if you break it down, because it's male brand chi.
Oh, it's one of the danger cards.
Of the male brand chi. Male brand chi.
Okay. All right, this. Here you go. You might like that card. It's a cute little monster. Danger Chalupa, or not, that's not Chalupa.
Did you just say Chalupa?
I did.
Hungry?
Chupacabra. Sorry, I knew it was something. Danger. This is one of those danger cards. These are like.
Chupacabra.
This is one of the danger cards. They're usually always monsters that come from the cryptic. So I believe there's like a Sasquatch, Loch Ness monster. That's what a cryptid is. Cryptids. So that's not a bad card.
Well, for people who didn't know what that word meant.
All right, next. Okay, we're back to some of the cards that is meant for the Sacred Beast. So here we go. Opening of the Sacred Gate. This is a good card to help you get some monsters. Supports out some of your spells, or I believe it also gets out monsters if I remember right. Oh, now this is a good field spell card. Fallen Paradise. Here we go. A good field spell card. Once you have one of your Sacred Beasts or any of them out there, lets you draw 1 card per turn, keeps them protected from effects. And I believe it has another effect, but that's a lot of text. So, Ventul. Oh, yikes! Another spell card. I don't even know this card. I've never seen that one before in my life. I'll have to read that one.
Phantasmal Martyrs.
Phantom. I thought that was one. All right.
Now you have at least 2 other cards in your hand.
All right, moving on. The Spell Chronicles. I ain't never seen this card before, but it has cool design. I'll have to read a lot of these cards because a lot of these cards I've not seen before. That's a nice card. I actually kind of like that one. It's a lot of text. Well, once again, we'll read that one and look at that. Here's a good card that brings out your field spell cards. All right, it's a good card I always have in your deck when you're using field spells. Get you one right in your hand quickly. Set Rotation. Why am I this in my deck? Set 2 spell cards different. Oh, so there's another card to be able to get field spells out. There you go. Got 2 dancing girls on there. Oh, here that. This one I think was made in GX for no GT. I don't know why I said GX. No, it is GX. I'm thinking Dragon Ball GT. Mount of the Bound Creator. This card, I believe, came out in an episode where someone made a copy of Raw, fights against Jaden Yugi, so he could control Raw. But in the actual game, it's another. It's essentially just like that field spell we saw from before. It protects level, but this one just more on specifically protect just level 10 monsters from effects. Also, when you do damage with level 10 monsters, you also deal 1,000 effect damage to your opponent. So it's like doing double damage. So it's pretty good. That one's just essentially just an unspecific version of the card we saw before. One for one has a good card if you want to get rid of a card and need a very specific card for a certain play. It's a good way to get a level 1 monster since a lot of your supports are level 1, I believe. I believe a lot of the sports are level 1 or something around that, so that's a good card. The beginning of the end. If you have 7 or more dark monsters in your graveyard, banish 5 dark monsters from your graveyard, and draw 3. Not the best effect, to be honest. To get rid of, unless you have a card that can bring back some of those banished cards. It's not really the best effect because you're giving up like 5 monsters that could be brought back for later plays. So like that's something you would like if you're really desperate and needed some cards in your hand. You would play this card. It's like a very like a death last resort kind of card. I wouldn't use this unless I had no other choice. Like I needed something in my hand to help me continue the duel. Pot of Desires. Another card in my and this is another card that I wouldn't play unless I absolutely needed to. As you have to banish 10 cards from the top of your deck just to draw 2. So unless, like I said, I absolutely needed some cards in my hand at that moment of the duel, I wouldn't use this unless needed. You know. I still don't get why they don't just bring back Pot of Greed. I don't think it's compared to a lot of other cards on Yu-Gi-Oh right now. It's not that OP to get a +2. Owner Seal. Return control of all monsters on the field to the owner. Oh, well, that's an interesting little card right there. So I guess this is like a spell card to try and counteract any like effects of where your opponent would steal your monster. So snatch, steal, or I'm guessing like um, I can't remember that one ritual monster Pegasus used it, but like any card effects or spell cards or anything that steals your monster, use this to give it back. So that's actually not a bad. Or I guess this also could be used for kaiju's. Return control on the return control of all monsters on the field to the owner. Now, what I'm not sure about this is that would it go back to your hand or go back to your field? It's not very specific. Not the best writing on this card. All right, I'll have to look that up because I'm guessing it would go back to the field because it's not saying it's going back to your hand. Yeah, I don't know. Here you go. This is a good field spell card. Well, not field spell, continuous spell card, field barrier. Makes it so so you get a field spell card down, hit this onto the field, and then your opponent can't play field spells themselves. Plus, it protects yours. So if your opponent wants to get rid of your field spell, they're going to have to destroy this, and then they can destroy the field spell. But there is a way around this card because it only protects field spells from destruction. If you have a card that will send your opponent's field spell back to their hand, that way that it will send the field spell back to the hand. This stays on the field, but now your opponent cannot play field spells either until this card gets destroyed. So that means it doesn't matter if this stays on the field because now you're both on a even playing field. So it can be a good card, but it also can be a bad card if you use it. So gotta be careful with that. So if you are in that situation, might want to have a way to destroy this card just in case. As you know, I've dealt with that on Nexus. Another good card, Swords of Concealing Light, since they, unlike with Revealing Light, where face down with monsters that are face down or flip back up, monsters that are monsters that are faced up will be flipped downward. So it doesn't last as long. I think it's only two standby phases, so not as long, but It's a good card, especially if you have monsters that attack through the fences. So it could do a little extra damage. Oh, here's a good old. Here's an oldie. Mystical Space Typhoon. Everyone knows this card. This card. Anyone who knows Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, back to cards that have to do with the Sacred Beast. Trap card. I actually like the art of that card. Look at that. Awakening of the Sacred Beast. Good trap card. Good support for the Sacreds. Next, we got Escape from the Dark Dimension. Target one of your banished dark monsters. Special summon that target. When this card leaves the field, destroy that target. And if you do, banish it. When that target is destroyed, destroy this card. So it's a good way, I guess, to get something out of your banish zone. Who knows what it could be, but you gotta be careful because this gets destroyed and the banished monster gets destroyed, vice versa. So want to be careful with cards like this, but it could be good to get a quick monster on the field, especially if you need to protect your life points. So you never know. So at least there are cards that go with that whole the cards that send cards to the banished zone. So I guess that helps. Shapeshifter. I've never seen this card. Special summon this card as a normal monster. Fiend Tuner Earth level 2 with no attack point. Oh, so a trap tuner monster. I've never seen a trap tuner monster before. I know there were trap monsters, but one that's also a tuner monster. So that's a good quick way to get a tuner on the field. And it's level 2, so depending on what you would have to get a high level monster on the field, like maybe a level 5 for a level 7 monster. Level 6, get level 8, maybe get Stardust Dragon on the field. That's pretty good. Interesting that there's tuner monsters in here. No, there's as far as I don't got no sinkers. I don't think we're gonna be seeing any sinkers out of this one. Maybe out of the one of the other two, probably the big box, which we will get to soon. All right, Shapeshifter. Imperial Custom. Face up continuous trap card cannot be destroyed by battle or wait. Face up continuous trap card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Oh, so essentially that battle part is referring to the monster, the card from beforehand, Shapeshifter, since it's still technically a trap card, even though it's also a monster. Okay. So this actually is good because it will protect that It will protect that card just in case. Plus, it will also protect that support trap card we saw from beforehand. So pretty good card, keeps them protected. But I'm pretty sure this will also affect your opponent cards as well. So you want to be careful because then their trap cards will also be affected. So, and double-edged sword. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, double-edged sword. Mistake. Neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them. That can, yeah, I wouldn't play that card. Not with this deck, at least, since you have to be drawing from your deck a lot. I'm pretty sure at least there's a few cards that come from drawing from your deck, taking cards from your deck. So I wouldn't use this card in this deck, to be honest. I feel like that could hinder you. Maybe like late game, you get everything out you get everything that you need on the field, then play this, keep your opponent from being able to special summon or draw stuff from the deck. That card is a mistake. There you are, 6. I knew you'd come here eventually. Yeah, this card, yeah, I wouldn't play this card. Like I said, late game maybe, because then it can maybe block your opponent from doing stuff once you have your stuff on the field, but like extremely specific circumstance. So hey 6, for anyone who's just getting to the stream, we're doing unboxing right now. We're doing this is a structured deck of the Sacred Beast. We got two other things coming up. We're almost done with this is how many cards we got left for the Sacred Beast. We're almost done. Dark Factory of More Production. Here you go. Not bad looking card. Hey, I'm not stopping the stream halfway. Here you go. So we got another fusion card, Phantasma Emperor Trigon. Mistake is mostly a side deck card, and even then, it's still not that helpful. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that card is like a very situational. I would only using it like if I got everything I needed on my field was set. with my Sacred Beast and everything. I played that, and it would keep my opponent from going for anything in their deck at least. It would hinder them, and that way I can beat them faster. So here we go, Phantasma, Emperor, Trigin. It's a cool little fusion monster. Y'all can hear King now. Fusion monster. So you would probably use this to summon your 3. You would use this on the Sacred Beast, but use this. I wouldn't know why I would use this Sacred Beast. It looks like a strong card. I'll have to read the effect. If this card is special summon, or if any other monster special summon from the graveyard to your field while you control this monster, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of its original attack point. You can only use. Oh, well, that's actually a pretty good effect. That actually might be more useful than summoning the fusion monster for the Sacred Beast. So that actually might be a lot better option. It's not as strong, and it can still be destroyed by battle, but it has that added card effect to be able to destroy whatever on the field and do half of that monster's attack damage. So that's not a bad fusion. I probably would use that over the fusion from beforehand. I don't know where my mother put it, but that's not a bad fusion card. I probably now, and then the last cards are just they're just token cards. They're nothing special. You would only play these unless an effect comes for tokens. So yeah, I'll try to hold one up at a time so y'all can see a little better. Not bad. All right. Yeah, tokens. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen token cards. I never had token cards when I was younger, so that's cool that I have them now. That's pretty cool. So there we go. That's pretty cool. We got ourselves a good lot of cards there. I think that's pretty cool. We're going to move on to the next set of cards. The next box we got here. It's called the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Starter Deck Reloaded. Extra value, new low price, it says. I think this was like $5 I think this was like $7. Wow, the other one was like $9. So it's yeah, what did that? How's this one doing? All right, here we go. This one, does this one come with a rule book? It does. Look at that. Here, Ma, take this. A rule book. There, you can study. You can actually learn. All right. Look at this. We got ourselves a playing mat. That's cool. I got ourselves a playing mat to play on. We'll unfold it. Maybe we'll unfold that, and we'll go ahead and unfold that. See what it looks like. It's nothing too special. It's just probably the standard one. They got the rules on there. Oh no, it got the stage. It got the and look. You can use this one. It's got your standby pages that tell you what to do. Perfect for beginners. All right, and what's this? This is another.
Oh my Jesus!
Oh Lord. And no, I don't know what all this is. Another rule thing. All right. All right, let's see. Nice custom mat. Nice, but custom mats are better. I agree, but it's a cool little mat. Good for beginners who don't understand how to play the game. All right, let's get this open. My phone is just blowing up. I do not know what's going on. I don't know. I ain't checking right now. And I got, what is this? I got a bunch of, I don't know what all this is. I got a bunch of stuff here from the pack from beforehand. Oh, this is for, this is just an advertisement for Legend of the Duelist. I got this on Switch. What's this one? This one's for Duel Links. I don't play it. Actually, I do, but I only got a little cool card there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Probably save that one. All right, so let's see what we got from this new. So this is the starter deck Yu-Gi Reloaded. Got it from Walmart. And to start it off, Classic, Shiny Dark Magician. There you go. Shiny Dark Magician. Everyone knows what that is all about. Dark Magician. Oh, two Dark Magicians actually. That one's not shiny though. Mystical Elf. Giant Soldier of Stone. Good little defense card. I would use a good card to play at the beginning of the duel. Catch you. Pronoun card. Summon Skull. Neo the Magical Swordsman. Gemini Elves. For the tune version. I love the tunes. Hopefully maybe I can find me a pack of tunes. Dark Blade. Got a good fusion. Maybe I'll find that eventually. Oh, good old Karibo. Everyone loves Karibo. Buster Blade. Kind of a situational power card because they only gain strength when there's dragons in the graveyard. I think it has to be your opponent's graveyard too. Opponent's control, or yeah, your opponent. So essentially, you have to hope that you're dueling against a person who uses dragons for this card to even get stronger. I mean, I guess a way to cheat the system better in Buster deck. I guess a way to cheat the system is if you have a that surgeon card trap card that can change the type of monsters, change everything to dragons, and then everything your opponent plays is a dragon. This card will constantly have 500 extra attack points. So I mean that can be a way to cheat the system with this card. So that's not too bad. 4-star Ladybug, not a bad little flip card. Destroys all level 4 monsters your opponent controls. I know you really don't need DNA control, but if in case you don't you're not going up against a dragon deck, like I said, that version of Buster Blazer is extremely situational. It only has without going up against dragons. It's just a 2600 beat stick, so it's really not that good by itself unless you're going up against a dragon deck. So I'm just saying that's a way to cheat the system. Not bad little flip card right there, destroying level 4 monsters your opponent controls. Good old Dark Magician Girl.
My hand not right here.
Skilled White Mage. I actually never seen this card before.
White.
I don't know. You ask the people who made the card. Each time a spell. Well, there is actually. Well, I mean, you just saw Dark Magician.
That's dark. She's white though.
That's Dark Magician Girl.
But she's white.
Why? Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card. When that spell card is resolved, max 3 counters. You contribute this card with 3 spell counters on it. The special summon 1 Buster Blader from. Okay, so this is essentially a card that maybe try and quickly get Buster Blader out of your deck. And special summon. So that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. Special card to be able to summon special. A card to be able to summon Buster Blader that's a pretty good card. Like there's 2 of them. I don't want. Next, we got the Skilled Dark Magician. This one is essentially just like the White Magician, but except this one is for summoning Dark Magician. So not a bad card. It's got a pretty good attack point. 1900 beat stick. Another one. The old Vindicated Magician. Another good way, a good little flip card there. It's not very strong, but it's a good way to maybe hopefully get a flip effect and destroy a monster on your opponent's field if they don't destroy this with an effect. But if that doesn't happen, good way to remove something from your opponent's field. Breaker the Magical Warrior. So this card gets stronger with every spell counter it has on it. It starts off with 1 and it gains 300 for each spell counter on it. You can remove this. You can remove the spell card the spell counter to destroy a spell or trap card. So not a bad card. not the best. It doesn't have an ability to gain more spell counter, so it kind of just stuck with what it got. Dual Cosmos, essentially just a way for you to summon like Dark Magician or Buster Blader with just this card. Well, it has to be a dark monster, so it would probably be Dark Magician. I don't. Is Buster Blader? No, you couldn't use it on Buster Blader, but you can use it to summon Dark Magician. Okay, here's not a big fan of level monsters. They take a lot of. I mean, they can be good monsters, but they have a lot of setup. And in old Yu-Gi-Oh, these cards would be good because you had time for the setup. But in Yu-Gi-Oh today, you would never be able to quickly do a setup for level monsters unless you had like level up or cards that quickly level up your monster. So not a lot of ways for you to use level up. But Silent Sword Hordman level 3. I like the design of it. It's a cool looking card. Okay, there's two level 3. Next one, we got the Silent Swordsman level 5. So here's the stronger version. I don't think there's the one after this one, if I'm right. Again, I like the design, but once again, not the best card. Level monsters are just no longer good. Next, we got the gadgets. Not too much to see here. I mean, it's the gadget monsters. Their effects that help bring each other out from your decks. So they're good way to get some cards for sacrificing, or if you're going to use that one trap card that these cards go with to get a stronger monster on the field. So it's not the worst. Yeah. I'll get a little closer look so you don't see them. Green, red, and yellow gadget. There you go. Electric Virus. I don't think I've seen this card before. You can discard this card to the graveyard, then target one machine or dragon type monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end of the turn. That's not a bad card. It's situational, but it's a good way to get a hold of one of your opponent's monsters. There you go. That's not the worst card. That's actually not too bad. Oh, here we go. Another magician. We got ourselves Valkyrian. Magician's Valkyrian. Yes, I've heard this name for it. So this card I don't really like this card, to be honest. It has a great design. I love the design of Magician's Valkyrian. But the thing is, though, it has one of those effects where it can protect other spellcasters from being attacked by forcing this to be the attack target. The thing is, though, it's weak. It's only 1600 with an 1800 defense. It's gonna maybe stop one attack. That's about it. It's gonna stop one attack. So I mean, you can play this to maybe try to make your Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl or whatever last longer. But it's not gonna last long. It's unless you decide to power it up. But it's 1600, so it's not exactly. There's much better monsters that have that effect of you have to attack this card when it's on the field face up. So not the best, but it will protect you for like at least one attack. But depending on the situations, that's not ever going to be enough. But it's not a bad looking card. I like it. Oh, the tricky. Good way to get a quick 200 attack beat stick on the field. Discard one card from your hand. Not bad. Oh, everyone's favorite oldie here. Black hole. Or dark hole, sorry. Destroys everything on the field. Y'all seen it before. Swords of Prevailing Lights, everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. It's in almost every deck. Black Pendant. Black Pendant, good quick card that gain 500 attack on any monster. And plus, if that card gets destroyed, you deal damage to your opponent. 500. Not bad. Not bad, quick card. Another Mystical Fate Typhoon, everyone's favorite. It's almost in every deck. Good way to get rid of a spell and trap card. Oh, here's Paul's favorite Eclipse spell card. Hold on. Oh, Paul, if you're seeing this, here's your favorite Equip card. Mage Power. Good card. Good card here. You got a bunch. You play a bunch of spell trap cards on the field. Good way to power up a monster real quick. This could really by with 500 attack and defense for each spell card on the field. So like I mean, one player can have up to with this on the field. I think this card does count for itself. So this plus four other, that's easy power up right there. That's easy power up. Good 2,500 power up there, and that also includes your opponent's side of the field. So if they have a bunch of spells and trap cards, that's total 5,000 right there. I mean, that's a pretty good power up card. I mean, it could easily be taken out, but good card. Book of the Moon. That's an old card. Not bad. Target one face down and on the field. Change that. Change one face up to face down. So good card. If your opponent has like a really powerful monster on the field, switch to defense mode, then maybe you can destroy it. It's also a quick play spell, so you can play it on their turn. Oh, Thousand Knives. Good card to go with the card that goes with the Dark Magician. Allows you to destroy one monster on the field. Oh, well, look at it. Looks like it hurts. The Dark Magician attack. Dark Magician attack lets you destroy all spells and trap cards. So that's a good way to clear out your opponent's backfield. Yeah, you do. What is this? Magical Dimension. If you control a spell caster type monster, target one monster your opponent controls, tribute that target, then special summon one spell caster type monster from your hand, then you can destroy one monster on the field. Well, that's not too bad. That's a pretty good spell. Ancient Rules. I'm pretty sure this card was made just to be like a little nod at the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because back in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! When it first started, you didn't have to sacrifice monsters to summon powerful cards. So this essentially lets you summon any high-level monster without a sacrifice. So a good quick card to get like Dark Magician out on the field or Blue Eyes or whatever high-level monster you have. There you go. Well, it has Blue Eyes on there. Magician's Union. What is this? If you control two or more attack position spellcaster type monsters, target one of them. Its attack becomes 3,000 until the end of the turn, but the other spell type monster you control cannot attack for that turn. Oh, well, that's not the worst card. It's pretty good. I don't know. Do you know how many cards are in the game? Not a lot of you can do with this card. I mean, it's a good way to just power up your monster. Even though, I mean, like I said, with this deck alone, the strongest monster you have is already Dark Magician. So that alone, that just brings up the monster to that's just a 500 increase. I could see that being good for like if you have a weaker spellcaster on the field, then you needed to get a power up real quick to destroy something that's on your opponent's field. But other than that, it's really not that worth it. Because I mean, like I said, you have like the Black Pendulum card, pendant card that already gives you a 500 increase, and you don't lose your other spellcaster's ability to attack. So situational. I wouldn't use it on, and I wouldn't use it unless like I'm just trying to end the duel. That there's really no way my opponent can stop me either other way. I only need one attack. So yeah, or if I'm using it on a weaker spellcasters. That's really it. All right, here's a card right here. Soul Taker. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Then your opponent gains 1,000 life points. So it's a good give and take. You take away one of their monsters, you give them 1,000. So it's a good give and take card. There's other cards like that, but you're also destroying their monster. So if you get to destroy their monster, they get 1,000. It's like a win-win card essentially. Here's essentially like I said, another attempt of them trying to make a more not so OP version of Pot of Greed. You just have to wait like an extra turn to be able to use Pot of Greed's effect. Shards of Greed. Of course, your opponent could destroy it before you can get to use the effect, so you gotta be careful with that. Shard agreed. All right, trap cards. That's all we got left. So trap cards. Trap hole, pretty much useless in this time of Yu-Gi-Oh! Since almost no one normal summons anymore. Half the time, almost every summon is a special summon. So the chances of you ever getting to use this trap hole is never. That's just how that card is pretty much useless. Now this is a decent card right here. Well, combo. Pretty sure I said that right. Pretty much makes it so you take no damage for the rest of the turn. Attacks and I believe effects too. Mirror Force, everyone loves it. There's a bunch of other Mirror Forces they make too. Simple, destroys once your opponent attacks, it destroys all their face-up attack monsters, and that's it. Good way to clear the field and usually make people quit if they're on dual nexus. Boom, quit. Spellbinding Circle, good old card, stops one monster from attacking, and I believe also changing battle position. Yep. Oh, good way to stop a very powerful monster from doing anything. Call of the Haunted, good way to get a monster that was destroyed on your field, only from your graveyard, and bring it back. Of course, it also, if this card gets destroyed, say goodbye to that monster. So your opponent has two ways in the sense of destroying a monster you bring back. Magic Cylinder, good way to redirect the opponent's attack. Say they attack you with a blue eye, play this, that attack goes back to them, they take 3,000 instead. So good way to save your life points. Miracle Restoration, remove 2 spell counters from your side of the field, then target 1 Dark Magician or Buster Blader in your graveyard and special summon that target. There's not a lot of situations to use this card, to be honest. The only way I could see this card being used is if you were to play, like, I'm guessing the White Magician. If you still had one of him and if you still had access to him, use his ability to be able to get spell counters and then play this to be able to get back a Dark Magician or Buster Blader. That's the only way I can really see using this card right now with the cards that are available in this deck. Not bad. Zero Gravity. Change the battle position of all face-up monsters on the field. So I guess any monsters that are in attack mode are switch to defense mode. Any monsters that are in defense mode are switch to attack mode. So good way to kind of change up the field. Could maybe like play a bunch of your monsters into defense mode. Your opponents have monsters in attack mode. Activate this, and then now everything is switched up. So good thing. Good little way to switch up the duel. Maybe turn things into your favor. And last out of this pack, we have Rising Energy. Discard 1 card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field. That target gains 1,500. That's actually not too bad for to the end of the turn. That's actually a good way to beef up a monster. That's actually a really good card. And I think if that's actually worth a discard to gain 1,500, that's a pretty good increase for at least 1 attack. If you can pull it off, at least. If you can pull off the attack without it getting stopped, then it's worth it. If it's not, well, you just wasted a card. And you hope that whatever your opponent did to stop your attack didn't destroy your monster as well. So it's a power move. It is a power move, but those are pretty good cards. Didn't get no tokens with that. It's Yuki's deck, I'm guessing, so nothing too special out of that. Probably Yuki's like older deck, so nothing too spectacular out of that card, but not bad cards. They're not bad cards. They're old cards. All right, it is time for the box. Let's get this open. Ooh. Shiny. It kind of looks. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to look like I think it's supposed to look something like the box that Yugi used for the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. So it's got the characters. I believe it's Kaiba, Joey, and Yugi. A bunch of gypsy symbols. Eye there. A bunch of stuff here in the back that I guess like kind of tells what's going to be inside. So let's see what we get. Ooh, here we go. There's a lot of stuff. Look like, ooh, okay, so got one there. We got a set of cards there. We got a set of cards there. We got 3 sets of cards plus a little pack of. I wonder why these cards are by itself. Look at that. We got a bunch of cards to go through. So let's see how this goes. All right. Which one do you think we start? We start with the little one, or here you pick. Should we start with the little one or one of these three? All right. We'll start with the little one. All right. Oh, come on. Open. This is not being cooperative with me. Not being cooperative at all. There we go. There we go. Ah, no, I do not got it. I thought I did. Come on, let me get a hold of it so I can get these out. There we go. All right, so starting off, ooh, these are all shiny cards. Ooh, those are really nice. So we got a dark burning attack. If you control a dark magician girl, destroy all face-up monsters. Ooh, I did not know Dark Magician Girl had a card like that for herself. It's a shiny card too. Look at that. Get you putting the spell cards there. Dark Burning Magic. If you control monsters who original names are Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, destroy all cards your opponent control. Well, that's a good way to wipe the field. Very situational though. But then again, nowadays it's not hard to bring out Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. So good way to get 2 strong monsters and destroy your opponent's entire field. So not bad. And it's also shiny. And now here's a good trap card here, Eternal Soul. This is a good way to get not only Dark Magician, but also from your hand or graveyard. But you can also choose to get one of the 2 spell cards, the attack or the 1,000 Knives. So really good trap card, but you gotta be careful. If this gets destroyed, any and all Dark Magician cards you got are going with it. So it's very good, but it's got a drawback. Pick one. Middle. Interesting that you picked that one because this one has a good card and I'm looking at it right in the front. I never owned one of these when I was a kid, so I'm cool that I got this. Because the first card we got here is Slifer the Sky Dragon, one of the Egyptian god cards. This is a good card. Well, not anymore. Nowadays, if you try to bring this to a tournament, you probably get laughed at. But it's cool. It's shiny. I get to be that's on the area by itself. Obelisk the Tormentor, another god card. It's also shiny. I like that. Yep. And the Winged Dragon of Ra, another god card. It's also shiny. You can take a look at those. The Egyptian god cards. Those are like the main big cards of the show right there. And they're all shiny. I think I had a fake one at one point. A fake Ra. The legendary Exodia Incarnate. It's a shiny card too. This card goes with the pieces of Exodia. I think we're going to be getting the pieces of Exodia in here as well. These are like really special cards. All right, so Tides of the Brethren. I've never seen this card before. It looks pretty cool. It's shiny. Yeah, I'll see it there. All right. We got Obliterate trap card that goes with it's like kind of like an Exodia card. I like that. Obliterate. Just putting trap cards there. Oh, here we go. Oh wow, we got actually 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Come on. Hold on. Got to reposition here as we actually do have the 5 pieces of Exodia. Hold on, another one. So boom, boom, boom. I never had any right leg, left leg. I don't know. It's interesting. Do I only have one leg of Exodia? Weird that they only gave me. That's interesting. So for some reason, I have two pieces of the right leg, two pieces of the right leg, the right arm, two left arms, two heads. They only gave me one left leg. Weird. But here you go, guys. You get to see the 5 pieces of Exodia. I do have all 5, but for some reason, one of the limbs I only got one copy of. There you go. I'll try to make it so y'all can see them one at a time. So, boom, boom. And if you're wondering, if for any of you all who don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, the reason why this card is in 5 pieces is because if you can draw all 5 into your hand, you win the duel. If you get all 4 of the normal pieces plus the head, you automatically win the game. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta get them in your hand, which is not exactly easy. And you can only technically, and when you're in an actual duel, you're only allowed to have one set. So even though that the pack gave me partially 2 full sets, I can only have one in an actual duel. So, and it's not exactly easy when you have to shuffle your deck to get very 5 specific cards, depending on how big your deck is. If you're running with a 40, a little bit easier, especially if your deck is made to pull out, just to draw cards to try and pull this out. So that's pretty cool. All right, next we got Exodia Necros, another card meant for Exodia. Essentially, this is a way for you to use the piece of Exodia to have a strong monster. Not the best card, but it's pretty cool. Another Dark Magician. This is a different art style than the one we had before. More modern version, I think. I like that. Dark Magician. Dark Magician Girl. Good old cards. Buster Blader again. Oh, we got Silent Magician level 8. I'm sure we'll see the other one. So here you go. Silent Magician. Good. Once again, no level card. So good luck trying to get it up there. Not exactly easy, but they're not terrible cards. Here's level 4 of Silent Magician. It's like a little kid. Oh no, that's supposed to be a girl. Another of the Tricky. Ooh, Big Shield Garda. Good way to defend your life points. Go. Another Magician Valkyrian. Once again, cool design. Not the best effect on a pretty weak monster. Blast Magician. I'll have to look at this effect later. But I do like the design of it. It actually looks pretty cool. Look at that. I like that. Blockman. I don't know that card. I'll look him up later. He looks like he has a token effect when I looked at the effect real quick. I love them Legos, right? Hey, if his opponents step on them, they'll be in great pain. Everyone knows stepping on a Lego is like one of the worst things ever, right? You just died. Oh, the Bane. I'm pretty sure everyone hates this card. Marshmallow. Essentially, it's just you play this face down, your opponent attacks it, they can't destroy the card, and they take 1,000 life points because of its effect, and now it's just stuck there until it gets got rid of with like an effect or something. So, but it's a good way to try and use some of the Egyptian god cards to keep a monster on the field. Good old Sagan. Good old Sagan. Destroy this. You can get the pull card from your deck. Add one monster with 1,500 or less attack points from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate card effects. Oh wow, I don't remember them activating all of that to Sagan's. I don't remember them activating that. Golden Sarcophagus. Kind of like the thing I got. This card lets you just banish a card and then you get it back after a few turns. Second standby phase. So a good way to get something out of your deck and get it back in your hand as quickly as possible because you never know when you're going to draw it. Swords of Revealing Lights. Another Magical Dimension. Another Magician's Union. Like I said, not the best spell card. I probably wouldn't use it. Tricky Spell 4. Send one face-up Tricky. You control to the graveyard. Special summon Tricky tokens. Spellcaster win level 5 with the attack and the strength of Tricky. In defense mode, equal to the number of monsters your opponent controls. Oh, so that's actually pretty good. So say you got no cards, your opponent maybe have like 3 or like say your opponent had 3 cards. You play Tricky from your hand, play this, you get 3 monsters, and then like you can maybe do something with that, like summon the God card or whatever. So that's actually not a good. That's actually a pretty decent card that maybe left, or just at least to get a bunch of monsters to defend your life points. So either way, it's not a bad card. Another 1,000 Knives. Oh wait, I don't think I showed that spell card. If I did, well, here it is again. Another Dark Magician attack. There you go. Contract with Exodia. So definitely not a person I would want to make a contract with. Oh, I hate this card. Messenger of Peace. This is essentially just a stall card. I hate it because once you play it, both opponents cannot attack with anything with 1,500 or more. And all they have to pay to keep this card on the field is 100. So if they play this early, they have a lot of life points to sacrifice to keep this on the field. Meaning you can't attack, they can't attack, and as long as they have until someone gets a card to get rid of this, it ain't going nowhere until your opponent wants it to, and that's not paying the cost to keep it on the field. I don't like this card. It just makes the duel longer than it needs to be. It's annoying. It is annoying. Dark Factory of Mass Production. It's a good way to get some normal cards, normal monsters from your graveyard and add them to your hand. So maybe I don't know. I mean, any normal monster would do. A monster is a monster. It depends on your play. Monster Reincarnation, my opinion, the weaker version of Monster Reborn, because you have to discard one card and then you don't even get to actually play the monster. You have to bring it back to your hand. So, like I said, in my opinion, the weaker version of Monster Reborn. I believe this showed up in GX. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Yeah.
Are you making sure it's not blurry?
Yes, I'm making sure so people can see it. Pot of Duality. Another version. Oh wait, hold on. I never seen that back art. I never noticed Pot of Greed was on the back of that one. It's a pretty cool card though.
Crap, this is a big ass burger.
No.
What do they think? I'm like, that's huge.
It's what you ordered. Mirror Force. Magical Hats. It's not as good as it is in the anime. You gotta sacrifice 2 spell to trap cards, and you essentially use them as a way, and then you shuffle them up with your monster, place all 3 cards on the field, and then your opponent's got to attack. And hopefully it's just one of the spell or trap cards, but then again you have to sacrifice. So hopefully you have some spell or trap card. You gotta hope that one of those spell and trap cards aren't important. Maybe try and draw, maybe, because I think you get to actually search your own deck. So, I mean, you can like go all the way to the bottom, find a spell or trap card. That way, it's a card that you would never have used anyway, anytime soon. So, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But good way to protect your card, your monster if you need to. Another Magical Cylinder. ESQ. Magician's Circle. When a spell type monster declares an attack, each player special summons one spellcaster type monster with 2,000 or less attack from their deck. So I mean, hey, that's a good way to get Dark Magician Girl on the field. Backup soldier. A good way to get some effect. While there are 5 or more monsters in your graveyard, target up to 3 non-effect monsters. So good way to get some monsters into your hand. And then Gravity Bind, and again another stall card. This one's a trap and it affects level 4. So it doesn't matter how many attack points you have. It's a level 4 or higher, it's not attacking. It's annoying. Again, I don't like cards that stall the duel this much because then this one doesn't have a cost. So once it's played, the only way getting rid of it is destroying it. So unfortunately, I don't like this card very much. It's a good card. I just think it's annoying. And then another token. You got 3 tokens now. That one's actually cool because it's got Yugi and Dark Magician, and it's shiny. It's pretty cool. Tokens. All right, next one. No, that's the second token. Oh, then I don't know where they went because we had 2 other tokens. It must have gotten put. It must have gotten put somewhere in that the pile of cards. The stacks of cards. I had 2 other tokens. I have 2 others. All right, next. We had 2. 6 was there when he saw it.
6. Did you see other tokens?
He even says it. Woo tokens. And that was a little bit ago. That was back when we did the first one. Oh, I didn't see this. This one also has a dual mat too. We'll check that later. But no,
I'm looking through here because I've been putting them down as per the little thing in the corner. Up here we go.
I told you.
But see, these 2 have the thing in the corner. This one doesn't.
It doesn't matter, the tokens. All right, well. All right, so now we got more. We got 2 more decks to go through. Next one, we got the Maiden with the Eyes of Blue. This one is meant for Blue Eyes decks, and it's shiny. If y'all don't know, actually the background of Blue Eyes is Blue Eyes White Dragon is technically this is the spirit, and so Blue Eyes White Dragon is a woman. Power right there for
you. Yeah.
The Melody of Awakening Dragon, good way to get some dragons out of your deck. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and it's shiny. Ooh, that's not terrible fusion though, because you're sacrificing 3 powerful dragon monsters to summon 1 with 4,500 with no effect. So it's just a beat stick monster boss. So not the best fusion, but it's cool to have. But it would just be better just to keep 3 Blue Eyes on your field than summon this thing. That's just if you're trying to show off and trying to end the duel, because you probably can't do nothing. Oh, and look at that. Speaking of which, we have ourselves 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, all 3 different arts too. We got the original and we got these 2 others. I like that. I like the original though, but the other 2 are cool. Oh, there you go. There you go, my favorite monsters. 3 different versions of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. If there was a force, we would have to do a Kaiba. No plan. In the first or second episode, Kaiba takes Yugi. Kaiba ends up kidnapping Yugi's grandfather, forces him to a duel, and then takes his blue eyes because there's only technically 4 in the world in that show, and then rips it in front of everyone because I can't have someone else have a blue eyes then use it against me. Here, bad. Yeah, it is bad. Dragon Spirit of White, another support card for the Blue Eyes. That's Impact Wrestling. And then here's the card that really shows the ego of Kaiba. Kaiba Man! Card, you summon this, sacrifice it, and then lets you summon blue eyes from your hand. Kaiba Man, everyone loves it. Yeah, Kaiba is. The White Stone of Legend, good way to get blue eyes out on the field again. Here's another White Stone of the Ancient, another way to get blue eyes out on the field. Here we go. Protectors with eyes of blue. I don't know much about that card. I gotta read the effect. Master with eyes of blue.
Not see a pattern.
It's ending right there. And next, now we're getting to some of the more OG cards of Kaiba. Battle Ox. Well, he's got one. Okay, here we go. La Jin, the mystical genie of the lamp. Oh, well. They made the card. Bourse Raider. Almost done. Alexstrand Dragon. Not a cool little dragon for you. Blade Knight.
How do you pronounce the name?
Alexandric.
It's right.
Oh, Alexandrite. There you go, Blade Knight. Here's a card that goes to the genie, the Ancient Lamp. Really, I don't see why they made a support card for the genie monster when he's barely even that good. He's just an 1800 beat stick, but that's the term for monsters who have a high attack point and aren't really much more than what their high attack point is. So they're considered as just strong beat sticks because that's all they're good for, is just beating on your opponent.
Okay. Continue.
Tiger Dragon. Never seen this card. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing a dragon type monster, you can target up to 2 spells or trap cards your opponent controls, destroy those targets. That's not a bad try. That's not a bad card. It's still just a beat stick, but at least it has a good initial effect when you summon it. So that's actually not too bad. It has a pretty cool effect. Tiger Dragon. Interesting. I've never seen that card before. Kidmodo. It's just a play on word. Kidmodo Dragon. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand. You cannot special summon. Monsters except dragon type monsters, nor conduct your battle phase this turn. You could activate this card. You can only use I mean, you could actually use that card from beforehand with this card and use both of their effects. Yeah, use this card for the sacrifice, summon Tiger Dragon, destroy 2 spell or trap card, and then use this card to summon maybe a Blue Eyes or something from your hand. So actually, it's a good chain effect there. King of the Swamp, essentially just a way for you to be able to fusion something without having all the materials. So this one could be a substitute, essentially. A card just acts as like a substitute. Rider of the Stormwind. Never seen this card, but it's a tuner. I wonder if there's a tuner in this deck. We'll find out. Here we go. Blue Stream of Destruction. It's a spell card meant for blue eyes. Essentially, you get to sacrifice your ability to attack for destroying every monster on the field. It could, depending on the situation, like say your blue eyes is just not strong enough to beat a monster on the field. Use that, clear everything out either way. You just don't get to do any damage that turn. Beam of White. I've never seen that card, but it looks pretty cool. It's an equip card meant for blue eyes. Here's a. Here's a field spell card. A lot of people can recognize this one.
No, he can't read all the time. Mausoleum of Light.
Good old polymerization. Too bad they didn't put the original art design. I would have preferred the original one over this one. Think that would have been cool. Surprised I didn't see that in the Yugi one, but then again, there was no fusion card, so I guess if there was a fusion card, we would have seen one. But that's pretty cool. Got polymerization. Enemy
You can pronounce that, but not mausoleum.
I've heard it enough times. They use polymerization a lot in the show, so you hear it a lot, so you remember the name. Enemy controller, a card that's used quite often in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of its quick effect to be able to switch a monster to defense mode. It's even very much used in dueling, so this is actually a really good card for today's age of duels. Shrink. I mean, it shrinks it can either shrink your monster. Actually, this has two good ways to affect. If you're number one, you use it on your opponent and make it so that way, you know, they attack you with a strong monster, shrink their half of their attack points, you're stronger. Another way to use this, though, if you have the Crush Virus trap card, which I'm not sure if it's in here, we'll find out. That's Lightning Virus. This is the difference. Crush Virus lets you sacrifice one dark type monster with 1500 or less. So use this on a dark monster. That's bring it down to under 1500. Use Crush Virus so you can use the Crush Virus on your opponent. Which so I mean that's if, but I mean like I said, two good ways to use that card.
I was gonna say monsters need someone to talk to also. Get it shrink.
Yeah, funny.
Therapist.
Silent Doom. Bad jokes. We're moving on. We're having bad puns.
It wasn't that bad.
Bad puns. Silent Doom. Good way to bring back a normal monster. Another Ancient Rules. We've already seen it. Good card though. Trade in. Oh, good job.
I know, right?
Trade in. Wouldn't really use this in the deck that it's coming in. Maybe for like Exodia deck if you're trying to draw out cards. But essentially, you sacrifice like a level 8 monster, so your Blue Eyes, for example, and then you get to draw 2 cards. But you would have to need a good setup to maybe bring that Blue Eyes back, or you just don't need it maybe. But most of the time, I would not have this in this deck. Where art thou?
It's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing. This art might make you sad. Essentially, the owner is trying to if you look at the walls, the owner is putting a poster for his lost dog. He doesn't see behind him, and his dog is right behind him. He doesn't see it. There's some of these cards actually tell a story, and the story for that call.
How now does he not see him when he's right behind him?
He didn't turn around.
Dumbass.
And guess what? The story of that dog you see is actually a monster card called Meryl. And there's a story of art because some of these cards essentially make an artwork that make a story. That dog dies.
Why is the dog?
Or it turns into or it turns into a demon. It has two kind of storylines. It either dies and turns into a skeleton, and then it goes into a family of other skeletons, or so it's kind of a sad, happy story with that one, or it becomes a mad dog of darkness. Yeah, or it becomes a mad dog of darkness, so it becomes a demon.
So lives, but becomes a demon, or dies and finds a family.
Yeah. Here's I've never seen this version of pot. The pot of a version of pot.
Seen that version of pot.
This version of pot of green.
What are you trying to say? Telling on yourself. Go ahead. Comments. Please. We want comments.
There's someone
He's never seen that version of pot. Pot of dictonomy.
Never seen that version. Next one we have is fusion substitute.
Dichotomy or dictonomy. I think it's dichotomy.
All right, moving on. Next is Unexpected Dia. Dai. D-A-I. Unexpected Dia. If you control no monsters, special summon one level 4 or lower normal monsters from your deck, that's not a bad card. Thanks.
No. You know it.
Negate attack.
Very informative.
Everyone knows about this trap card. It's been around since pretty much the beginning. It lets you block one monster attack, and I believe it also ends the battle phase. So not a bad trap. Final attack order. All face-up monsters on the field are changed to attack position, and their battle position cannot be changed. So essentially, it enforces you and your opponent to just fight. There is no defending. Everyone's just got to go out for the brawl.
Time to get it on.
Pretty much.
Bring it.
Shadow Spell, good way to trap a monster and make it lose 700 defense points or attack points. Not bad. Cloning, good trap card. Lets you copy one of your monsters, one of your opponent monsters that they summon. Lets you put a token monster of the same attack strength and level and all that stuff. Fusion revert. Reveal one reserve. Fusion reserve. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck. Add one of the fusion materials listed on the card from your deck to your hand. Then you can add one polymerization from your graveyard to your hand. So that's a good way to get a fusion out. There you go. Jar. Oh, we did actually get a synchro monster. That's pretty good. We'll get to that. Jar of. I'm not gonna try it. There we go. I don't think I've seen. I think I remember that card lets you send 5 cards from your grave to your hand or deck.
Jar of Avarice.
Jar of Avarice, and yeah, target 5 cards in your graveyard, shuffle them back into your deck, and then draw 1. So that's actually a really good card. Lets you get back 5 and draw 1 card. And now here we go. Oh, we got actually a fusion. We got a fusion. So we got Azrael Eyes, Azrael Eyes Silver Dragon. So here you go.
Ooh, another dragon. Yay!
Good. It's a good synchro monster. It's usually in Blue Eyes decks, especially that ones that use synchro monsters. I'm still learning that card, so don't know too much on that one. And then we have the fusion monster, first of the dragon. You just need 2 normal monsters. They don't even need to be dragons, to be honest, to make this card come to the field. Not a bad fusion monster. I've seen it before be used in Dual Nexus. And then a token. It's got Seto, and it's got Blue Eyes on there, and it's shiny. Look at that.
Shiny. Ooh, baby.
And then I'm guessing what I've noticed. The first deck was a Yugi deck. That one was Kaiba's deck, and this is going to be a Joey Wheeler deck because Joey Wheeler was on the front of the box as well. So that's what we got. So more dragons and gamble cards, essentially what they are. Joey is all about luck in the show. Most of his cards just came from dumb luck, like his Time Wizard and his Spider Roulette. Literally, he's just a very lucky guy who puts random cards in his deck and somehow duels decently. Or, well, half the time he doesn't win because he's not the main character. But he seems to duel decently despite his deck somehow not being very cooperative. All right, let's see what we got. So,
last deck.
Yeah, last deck. The Black Stone of Legend. You use this card you sacrifice it, and you get to draw out a Red Eyes monster of name. I use this in my Toon deck on Dual Nexus to get out Red Eyes Toon Dragon. So this is a very good card. Plus, if Red Eyes and this card's in the graveyard, you can send the Red Eyes back into the deck, and you can bring this back into your hand, so then you can use it. But I don't think you can use the effect that turn, so you want to wait next turn to play this. Return of Red Eyes. Good way to get red eyes from your graveyard. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, X first, and only XYZ card, and he's shiny. So there you go, Brandon. If you're still watching, there's your XYZ monster. Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Cool.
Not shiny though, but I think my mom likes it. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. This one has a weird effect where it has to go to the graveyard. It has to be played, brought off the field, and then played again for it to have its effect. I believe you call that it really says it right there, a Gemini. It's a Gemini monster. These cards essentially have to be played, taken off the field, and then be played again for them to get their effect to be activated. It's tedious and stupid. I never liked Geminis. Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning. Don't completely remember the effect of that card. Red Eyes Retro Dragon. This is essentially a good one. This one's a good way to help you get a monster on the field. If it gets, I believe if a monster gets destroyed that is a red eye, you keep this in your hand, and essentially you get to play this plus that monster onto the field. Here's Red Eyes Metal Dragon. Good equipped monster and a way to draw out a monster once it's destroyed. There you go. Here we go. Now here's some of the more OG cards. We got Axe Raider. Go. We got Alligator Sword. There you go. Oh, hey, Amber Reed. How you doing? We got Baby Dragon.
Oh, a baby.
The Baby Dragon.
Is there two?
We got Jinzo. Very good card. Can make it so no trap cards can be used. So one of my favorite level 6 monsters, in my opinion. Very good. Doesn't have a lot of attack points, but it is very good, in my opinion. Good way to just stop traps. Goblin Attack Force, a one-time beat stick because then it goes immediately into defense mode after attacking. So it's a good way to get a quick attack, but then you might as well just say it's going to be destroyed next turn unless your opponent somehow doesn't play a monster. Gilfrey the Iron Knight. There you go. Gilfrey the Iron Knight. Rocket Warrior. Good way to destroy monsters in defense mode. Blue Flame Swordsman. One of the new swordsmen that they added to the game. Pretty good card, in my opinion. It's got an effect I'm going to have to read later. I do like how it looks. Now here's one of Joey's staple cards, the Time Wizard. Essentially, you flip a coin, and if you call it right, once per turn you can toss a coin and call it. If you call it right, destroy all monsters your opponent control. If you call it wrong, destroy all monsters, as many monsters as you control as possible, and you take damage equal to half of all their attack points. Big chance right there. Phoenix Gilfrey. I don't ever remember Joey playing this card, but it looks pretty cool. But I guess if it's a Gilfrey card, it applies to Joey. So, but I don't think he's ever played. Here's a Gemini Summoner. I don't think he ever played this card either. There you go. Next we have Blaze Wing Butterfly. Again, I don't think I ever seen Joey play this card before. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments below. But as far as I know, I've never seen him play that. Dark Valkyrian. Again, another card I don't know why it's in the Joey deck. But it looks cool. I actually do like the design of that very much. Commander Knight. That I can see being Joey's deck, protects other warriors. But again, it's a somewhat weak card, but at least this also has the added effect of giving all warrior monsters 400 attack points. So it makes up compared to Magician Valkyrian. And it's got, at least it's got a lot better defense points, so at least it can go into defense mode and protect itself. Not going to do much in attack mode. That because of its effect, it's only going to have 1600, so it's just as strong as Valkyrian. But like I said, at least in defense mode, it can kind of protect itself a little bit better. It's only 100 difference, so still not the best card to. Like I said, it can probably stop one attack. Not much. Here you go. Valkyrian Knight. Oh, I ain't never seen this card before, but I do like the design. Again, not another card. I don't know why is in there because as far as I know, Joey's never played that card, and I believe this is the last monster, Keeper of the Shrine. Unless we get some fusions in the air later on. So Keeper of the Shrine. I think that's good for dragons. Here you go. Surprised we didn't get that in we didn't get the really good fusion, but we'll get to that later. Inferno Fire Blast. Spell card lets you inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack point. So you target one Red Eyes monster on your field. So say your normal Red Eyed Black Dragon, and then you get to do 2,400 damage. But also you cannot attack the turn if you activate it. So drop your opponent's life points under 2,400. Good way to end the duel right there without having to attack. The only way they could stop it is they have an effect that would stop that. Red Eyes Fusion, good way to get a fusion monster out very quickly. Very good spell card, much better than normal Bomberization. Card of the Red Eyes. Actually, I don't think I showed off that Red Eyes Fusion, so I'm going to that back. Here you go. Here you go. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm moving so fast, I forgot. Normal Polymerization. So you would only use that if you needed to. Salamandra. Good card to power up a fire monster. It's only a 700 power up, but that's not exactly, that's actually pretty good, 700 plus. Scapegoats. Good way to get 4 monsters on your field to protect your life points. That's really all they're good for. If you had like Panther Warrior or the Insect Queen, these are also good because then it gets 4 monsters on your field that you can use to sacrifice in that way. But you cannot tribute these tokens. The scapegoat tokens cannot be tributed. That's the only thing. But they are good for Panther Warrior and the Insect Queen, since those monsters you need to sacrifice another monster so for them to attack. Which Panther Warrior is kind of bad to have that effect since it only has 2,000, and there's other monsters with 2,000 that have the exact same attack points that don't have that effect. So not a very good monster, but it's a random card that would belong in Joey's deck. Foolish Burial. This is a card I was talking about before, actually. Lets you send 1 monster to your graveyard. There are implications that could make that actually really good. Here's another card to mention. Roulette Spider. This is a card that has a bunch of different effects. You roll a 6-sided die, and then whatever you roll, it applies. You see, it would half. If you roll a 1, you will half your own life points. If you roll a 2, you can make a direct attack. If you roll a 3, choose 1 monster you control, change the attack target to it, and perform damage calculate. Choose 1 monster you control, change the attack target of it. I don't get that. Choose 1 other monster your opponent control, change the attack target to it, and perform battle damage. Negate the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. Number 6, destroy that opponent's monster. Not a bad card. It also has some bad effects towards you though. So again, I gamble just like Joey. Supervision. This is a Gemini card. I don't like Geminis. I think they're stupid, to be honest, because they take. You have to literally have the ability to get some of them, get rid of them, and then some of them make the exact same monster again just to use their effect. It's called Space Tie Boom. We've gotten a lot of spell cards.
And dark cards.
Symbol of duty. And the card you might like monsters, 2 dog tags. What is this? Send 1 normal monster from you control to the graveyard, then target 1 monster in either player's graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, equip this card to it. When this card leaves the field, destroy that equipped monster. That's a good way to steal one of your opponents.
Yeah, that's good card.
Red Eye Spirit lets you bring back a Red Eyes monster from the graveyard. Kunai with Chain, good way to stop an attack and power up your own monster. Call of the Haunted, bring back your own monster. Tyrannical Tribute, I believe is how you say that. My co-host is leaving me. Burst Breath. Good card to use with dragons. Well, you have to use it with dragons. Yep. Yeah. And then the Curse of Anubis. Ooh, scary. Scary. And then that leaves us with just our fusion cards and our token. We'll go ahead and show the token off. And once again, it's just Joey Wheeler with his red eyes, black dragons, all shiny and pretty like that. We got ourselves a bunch of tokens. And then here we go. We got 2 fusions. So we'll start with Alligator Sword Dragon. So it's just Alligator Sword riding baby dragon. It's got a very specific effect of allowing it to attack directly. Not the best fusion card, but I mean, it's Alligator Sword and Baby Dragon. So if you don't have the ability to summon 1,000 Dragon, which I'm surprised they did not put in here, because this is not 1,000 Dragon. I'm surprised you didn't get 1,000 Dragon out of this, because they put Time Wizard in here. So I mean, yeah, got really nothing else to use Baby Dragon for. So something this decent 1,700 attack point that maybe can attack your opponent directly if the right circumstances are met. It can only attack directly if the only face-up monsters they control are earth, water, or fire. So if one of those 3 elements are only on their field, good 1,700 beast stick that can hit them directly. So not too bad. And then lastly, Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. Powerful card there. Here you go. So I hope you all like that. That was pretty fun, actually. I'm gonna try to do this as much as I can. It's expensive, because like I said, this was $30 by itself. And I forgot to show this, so I didn't see it was in the box. And it's got all 3 of the Sacred Beasts on there. That's pretty cool. A lot better looking one. There you go. I like that one. It's got a bunch of stuff. Also, it's got a bunch of stuff on the back that kind of teaches you how to use these cards. I'm surprised that there's not a. Surprised that this one didn't come with a playmat though. Nothing of this. Nope, no playmat with this one. Interesting. Well, that was fun. A lot of cool cards. I'm very glad. I'm actually kind of happy I got the Egyptian God cards. I always loved the Egyptian God cards. I thought they were really cool. So I'm happy I got that. Plus, I got Exodia. I got a lot of cool cards. We got a lot of spell cards. We got mainly, it's just, literally just make a deck, just spell cards alone. Look at that. There's literally a deck by itself. But I thought that was pretty fun. I hope y'all enjoyed that little box opening. I know it's a long video. We're just about to hit an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if y'all want to see maybe more of this. I'm going to try and do this maybe again next time I have a little extra money, buy some more cards. I plan on I got me a binder with some card sleeves just right over there. So I plan on, collecting these. I'm gonna make sure they're set up right. So, I'm gonna have sleeves, just monster, and spell, and then, traps and, tokens. I'm gonna try to keep like sleeves, or maybe I'll keep like the sleeves that have like, I'm gonna keep an area of the book that's just like the shiny cards, to keep them like separate since they look really nice. I think they should be all by themselves. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you for your time. For the people who checked out the stream with me, thank you very much. This will of course be posted on the channel. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, do all that awesomeness, and I will see y'all you guys later. Bye bye.